There's really only one Ray Lewis. I mean, do we even need to run through his resume? Regardless, there it is. Really the thing that leaps out, too, as well, is his 15th NFL season, and he is as good as the day he walked off the campus at the U. Ray Lewis joining us right now on Ravens Camp. Very few interviews I ever conduct on NFL Total Access. I need no notes. See, Ray, I have no notes. I don't need any notes when I talk to you, Ray Lewis.
Buddy, when you're friends, you got all the information.
What information? What information could I possibly need in order to speak to you, a longtime friend of this program? I mean, you taught me how to hit a tackling dummy at the 2005 Pro Bowl. That's 5 years ago now, Ray. That's how long it is.
Absolutely, and your technique was awesome.
It was. And you remember how I hit?
Yeah.
I hit right on top of my shoulder, and I actually hurt myself. We had to call in the trainer. What an idiot. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you, me, and Ron
Absolutely.
Woodson. Those are the days.
Absolutely.
How you been?
Absolutely.
What's going on with you?
I've been everything, man. Everything. Life is incredible. God is amazing. Kids are beautiful. And, just enjoying it, man. Good time being back in, mini camp. Seeing all the guys, seeing all the new additions, all the young rookies. It's just a lot of energy going around our building. So good stuff going on.
What's draft weekend like for you? I mean, are you tuned to the TV just to see who's coming in, what new troops you're going to have to mold and shape up? What's it like for you, Ray?
I think you're kind of always that way. Draft weekend is always a way for you to assess, like what you're going to deal with, and things like that. It's kind of bittersweet, for me at the same time, Years ago, something tragic happened to my roommate on the same weekend. So that weekend is always huge for me, when I think of it, good and bad. But, it's always a blessing to just see these new babies coming in and out every year. Yeah,
how soon do you hit Sergio Kindle up? How soon do you hit these rookies up and basically tell them what it's like to be a Raven and what it's like going to be playing alongside you, Ray?
Actually, as soon as that I actually drafted him, when we drafted him, I hit him up and told him, him and Cody, and I tried to get their numbers and, just really hit him with a quick text just to let him know, I'm definitely thinking about him, welcome to the team and things like that, and it's time to get to work.
And I mean, Cody next to Haloti Ngata, that is a total eclipse of the sun, Ray. I mean, you've got to be fired up at how large the beef is in front of you on the defense.
The funny part about it, I was just at practice today, and I was standing behind both of them, and I was just playing behind both of them, just sitting there saying to myself, you imagine Cody, Haloti Ngata, Corey Redden on one side, then Terrell Suggs. It's a beautiful lineup to be behind. Great young man, too, great personality.
So what do you expect from Ray Rice? What are you talking to this young man about, certainly after the season he had last year, Ray?
You know what? Honestly, Rich, I think, me and him are, became so close with each other. The thing now is, I've told him, talent only goes so far. Now it's time for you to take your offense and put them on your back. Take everybody with you. Be that leader on that side. Be that vocal person, that everybody looks up to. This kid is so humble and so willing just to work to be great. It's just amazing to be on a team with a young man like that.
How many, give me a number. How many players around the league do you counsel outside of the Ravens? Can you put a number on it?
Oh, can I put a number on that?
Yeah, just give me a general estimate.
A general estimate of how many players, Rich? Let's say, I don't know. Let's say 100.
100 players around the league.
Easily. And young linebacker, Brandon Mayo just sent me a text. A young linebacker still in college, and all these guys. I just talked to Patrick Willis the other day, and Lofo Tatupo, and all these kids. Julian Peterson, all these. It's really just men having conversation, and there are things that they really want to discuss with people that that they really trust, and a lot of these guys really put their trust in the experience I've been through, and as well as the knowledge. And Rich, I tell anybody, knowledge is not to be kept to yourself; it's really to be shared, and that's kind of what we go through in my mentoring and all these young babies.
Is Jamarcus one of them? One of those young men?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what are you talking about with him right now, Ray? I mean, talk about a lost opportunity or a wasted opportunity from many observers looking in at what happened with him in Oakland.
Yeah, Rich, and the thing was, he got my number, and we just haven't. He hasn't made that connection yet. We text once or twice, and he said he wanted to get with me to talk about some stuff and different things like that. But the phone call was never put in. So when he reaches out, that's one thing I don't do. I don't force the issue. I make myself available to the kid, to all of the men. And then from there, you use me how you see use me. So he hasn't kind of reached out just yet.
So let's use Ravens Cam as this conduit, Ray. What would you say to Jamarcus Russell right now?
Well, every loss is always an opportunity as well. I don't care what you ever go through in life, no matter, what he's going through, all of the, things about, his work ethic and different things like that. If that's a question, then disappear for a while. And when you do come back, make sure that you're a different creature inside of your own head. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you went and put in the work that you need to put in. Because the talent that he has is obviously there, The bottom line is I think that he has to just make up his mind when you step on a football field, when you step into these facilities, that you have to be able to show that you're a leader by the way you work, not by the way you talk, not by your talent, by the way you actually put in your work. And that's what I think, he can erase a lot of this stuff that's going on with him if he understands that. If he understands that the only thing that follows work is results.
Here on that. So you have an iPhone app? Is that a true story? A Ray Lewis iPhone app? What is this all about?
Yeah, Rich, come on. I mean, in our country right now, we are really, fighting a great cause with obesity and all these over-the-counter medications and all these different things, where people have really just gotten away from physical fitness, and I always tell people, mind, body, and spirit. When you train your mind, train your body the same exact way. And, this iPhone app, you can go on raylewis52.com to get it. And it's kind of was inspired by, me helping a lot of the police officers here in Baltimore. And then I started helping a lot of homeless people, but a lot of people say they couldn't get here, couldn't get there. So it kind of came up, through one of my computer companies, Fusion Sports, and it kind of came to be a huge thing. So I was like, you know what? Let me take what I do and let me share that with the world. Let me share some of my workouts I do with the world. Now, you can't put the enthusiasm and the passion with it, but you can actually give them a platform to where they can see it. So now you can hook your iPhone up. You can travel with it. You can put it in your hotel room. You can do so much with this iPhone app. And I just think it's really going to help a lot of people out. So that's kind of what it was inspired by.
Great stuff, Ray. And just because you help out so many people, I'm going to do the same for you right now, Ray, even though you don't need it. If at any point you need to motivate Terrence Cody, Mount Cody, if at any point he needs to be given a little push, just show him this video from the Combine when I darn near outran him in the 40-yard dash, Ray, okay? just show him that. I mean, okay, now this is me getting just a 3-yard head start, and I darn near broke the tape in front of him, okay? So let me help you. Okay, Ray?
Rich,
right.
You're the first person. Yeah. You're the first person I ever seen run a 40-yard dash in a full suit.
What can I tell you? As you know, Ray, you can't teach what beats inside. You can't teach that. Either you have it or you don't. And I clearly
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Good chat,
man.
It's
always good. It's always good, man. Thank you guys also, man. And once again, man, really go out and grab that app, and it's really just to help our country be a better place. All right, man. Take care, buddy.
Same to you. The one and only, the great
Absolutely.
Ray Lewis joining us on Ravens Camp.